Mr. Kingsley, thank you very much for having me. My first question. You said once in an interview that you admire something about every character you play. So what do you admire about the character you play in Ender's Game?
I remember when I was rehearsing with the great theatre director Peter Brook, and we were rehearsing for the Royal Shakespeare Company. We were rehearsing Midsummer Night's Dream, which is a beautiful play, and I was playing Demetrius. And I remember we embarked on this rehearsal of a particular scene, and we all thought that we'd played the scene really well until Peter Brook, the great director, came into the rehearsal arena after we'd enacted the scene and asked me, he didn't like the way the scene had gone at all, and he asked me what I thought of the character, Demetrius. What do you think of Demetrius? And I said, I think he's rather silly. And Peter Brook, certainly in my mind the greatest living theatre director we have, said, you cannot trivialize your character in order to play him. There will be aspects of your character that are greater than you, more persistent than you, an enlarged part of yourself. You have to grow into the character. You cannot diminish the character by saying, I think he's rather silly. So that was a turning point in how I approached acting. I was relatively young then, but my formative years were, thank goodness, with the Royal Shakespeare Company, where dear William Shakespeare and Peter Brook and our wonderful director and writer Gavin Hood meet, is that Gavin's motives for making this film are so pure. Gavin wants to tell a story about the growth of a young mind, how that young mind is shaped by the needs people have of him and the needs that people have around him. Harrison, myself, Abigail, Haley, Violet, all of the actors around him that Gavin cast, I think, beautifully. Present company accepted, of course. I think he cast them beautifully because he knew that they would bring a pure pressure to Asa. Each one would bring a kind of different color or rhythm to Asa in order to shape the journey of that character. Asa's character is reactive. He's shaped by how he reacts to the problems thrown at him, the challenges thrown at him. Some of them are very disturbing. Some of them are thrilling and beautiful. It's a very, very rich canvas, and we examine in a beautiful way, set in an amazing science fiction context, thrillingly beautiful. We examine how one finds something innocent and changes it. And although that sounds very simple, the journey from that innocence through to being changed and shaped quite brutally at times and violently. What we have at the other end of the film, I don't want to give too much away, is a journey that ends in a formed integrity, a moral compass, and a young adult capable, having been under the pressure of so many other people making decisions for him, he's suddenly able to make one crucial, extraordinary decision. I can't give too much away, but this for my mind, for my money, this is a very rich canvas. This is a beautiful film. If you don't normally go and see science fiction films, go and see this one because it's full of surprises. It opens box after box after box. It's a thrilling ride. And if you do only go and see science fiction films, you won't be disappointed. It's so rich. It's got so many layers to it.
Oh, time's up. Mr. Kingsley, thank you very much for that very interesting talk. Thanks.
Cheers.